Hi everybody, my name is Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, stay a while. This video is completely different from what I normally post on my channel. My channel was mostly like a spiritual awareness type of channel, but I wanted to share this journey with my channel and with you guys who have had VSG surgery. So I am 1 month post-op. Whew. Yes, I made it 1 month, so now I'm able to eat solid food, so to say, but I'm still going very slowly because my body is not, I don't think my body is ready yet for like going in on solid foods, so I'm kind of still teetering like in phase 3, which is more like mushy, soft foods, and I'm still sticking to that. So I got VSG surgery, which is weight loss surgery, May 16th, 2022. And I don't have any regrets yet, guys. There's just a few things that I wish the doctors in the pamphlets that they give you before you sign up for surgery, I wish they will tell us that, but they don't, okay? So, I have lost so far since surgery. So before surgery, you have to shrink your liver. So a lot of people don't panic. It's not about losing the pounds before surgery. They really want you to go on that liquid diet because they need your liver to shrink so it'll be easier to complete the surgery. Okay, so don't freak out. I was freaking out like, oh my gosh, I have to lose 10 pounds. And then they'll tell you, no, it's not because you have to lose 10 pounds before or prove that you can. It's really just to shrink your liver, because during surgery, they put gas in your stomach and your stomach blows up, but your liver and stomach is so close, they don't want to have any incidents. So that's the reason why you have to go on that liquid diet. Follow through with your liquid diet. Don't play games with that. I followed through. I was drinking my protein shakes. I was drinking water, Gatorade, and eating tomato soup. I think it was for 7 days or 14 days or whatever it was, and I lost 9 pounds. I'm not going to give my starting weight, but I will say I lost so far. So I lost 9 pounds before surgery, and I've lost about 25 pounds within this month. I can't add, so y'all add that up for me. And I wish it was more. I wish I lost more, but at the same time, like the medical assistants and the doctors telling me like, no, you want to lose your weight slowly. You don't want to like get the loose skin or have your body go into shock or whatever the case is. Don't fear if you have a stall once you go into solid foods, because that happens. That hasn't happened to me yet. It's just that I'm not losing a pound a day as you do when you're doing the liquid diet, okay? One thing I would like to say is don't get this surgery if you are still binge eating, emotionally eating, and you're not ready to change your relationship with food. So I'm going to say I started changing my relationship with food in 2015. And my main reason was because I have PCOS. So that was the main reason why I decided to do the surgery. So I'll be 40 next year. I know I don't look it, but I'll be 40 next year. And as you get older, it becomes harder to get the weight off. I've been big my entire life. My dad was a big guy. Obesity runs in his family. And yeah, I got the prettiness from my mama, but the bigness from my daddy. And so this is a difference when somebody I feel has been small their whole life and then gain weight. I feel they have more of a chance. That's none of my business, but I feel like people who have been big their entire life, weight loss surgery is, I think they're a perfect candidate for it, pretty much. They take out 70% of your stomach. So listen, just because they take out 70% of your stomach, it doesn't mean, oh my goodness, yes, I am gonna forever be slim. No, This has been one of the hardest things I've done in my life, next to taking care of my mother who had cancer for 8 years. I'm gonna be real with you. I cried like weeks after, all right? And even though I'm only a month and 4 days post-op, I had my surgery May 16th, 2022. And I'm going to say I cried, like, it took me weeks to cry. Because when you do this, you have to vision it as if that's it. Like, I have to, this is it. Surgery is your last, like, option. It has to be your last option. You have to understand, you are signing on a dotted line to take 70% of your stomach out. That's an organ. Okay, you tried the diet pills, you tried exercising, you might have tried plant-based meals, fat camp when you were a kid. You tried literally everything and you didn't get the lasting results, or you got small results. And that's me. I've tried literally everything, and maybe 30 pounds would come off, and that's about it. And having PCOS and having a hormonal disorder, it keeps the weight on you and it keeps it in your belly area as well. So PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. It is polycystic ovarian syndrome. They do not know what causes it. It assists on the ovaries, and that's what I have. I got diagnosed when I was 21, and the weight just kept coming on. Okay, there's a lot of women who have PCOS, and they could be eating well, and all of a sudden they will become inflamed and gain so much weight in their belly area. They will carry weight. Your ankles will swell up, your knees will swell up. It is a toll on your body, your mind. And I did research and found out, and even my gynecologist was like, you know what? A lot of women get weight loss surgery who have PCOS, and their hormones balance out, their irregular periods stop, and they become extremely fertile. So yes, if you have PCOS and you do get VSG surgery or gastric bypass, it will increase your fertility. It will probably even out your cycles. Okay, I actually got my cycle was missing for a month, and I got my cycle 2 weeks after the surgery. So it will bring your cycle, ladies, so prepare for that. It wasn't a heavy cycle, but ooh, them cramps were severe, so plan for that. I actually had to end up taking the 500 milligram Tylenol that they gave me for when I came home after surgery. So how I prepared myself before surgery: for one, my insurance covered my surgery. I'm not going to tell you what insurance I have, but I will say I went through New York Presbyterian Hospital of Queens in New York, and I live in Queens, New York. And my insurance did pay for the surgery, but they made me do a 6 month clearance. And they do this because they really want you to be like, I can't do this. They don't want to pay. I think it's between $15,000 or $30,000 that the surgery is. You can go to other countries and get it done if you don't have insurance, and they don't make you do a clearance. You can like be within the operating room within like a few weeks. I'm glad that I did the 6 months clearance, because it gave me time to start practicing eating differently, even though I started my relationship change with food in 2015. So in 2016, I started bleeding very heavily, and in 2019 as well, having the same issues with PCOS where this happens. Some women, their period goes missing, and then there's some of us who actually start to hemorrhage, and that's what happened to me. So in 2016, I had to do a surgery at New York Presbyterian of Queens to stop the bleeding. And they told me, the next time you come back here, we're probably going to give you a hysterectomy. And I am 38 years old, and I still want to try to have a child, even if it's in my early 40s. And I was like, oh, hell no, you're not about to take my womb. So the main reason why I decided to do the surgery is, one, I've been big my entire life, and I feel my body can no longer handle that weight. Two, because of the PCOS, and a lot of women who have PCOS and they get the surgery, it balances out your hormones because you're losing the weight, okay? Um, and three, my limbs, okay? I have back problems, knee problems, because I was a hairstylist for 20 years. So imagine being overweight, being 5'3", standing on my feet for 20 years, doing people's hair. And I do natural, hair on black hair. And a lot of the styles take 4 to 6 hours to do. So being heavy on your feet, on your knees, and my knees, my back, it started to wear and tear, okay? And that was the reason why I decided to do it. I have no regrets. I don't care what people think, what people say. They didn't pay for it. They ain't financing it. They're not financing me. They're not effing me. They're not supporting me. And even as a spiritual woman, I think it was the best thing for me to do for myself and my health. So I'm not going to tell you how much I was, but I will say I have lost 35 pounds so far within the month of having the surgery. I lost 9 pounds actually before surgery, okay? So y'all do the math on that because I'm horrible with math. But altogether so far I have lost 35 pounds. I'm actually going to the doctor tomorrow to meet up with my nutritionist and to make sure that what I've been eating, what I'm doing is working pretty much. Because you switch over to solid foods, you might start to put some weight back on. Don't freak out. You can change up your diet with your nutritionist, or you can do more liquids. So for me, I do a protein shake in the morning. For lunch, I'll do something light, or I might do another protein shake because I really want to get that weight off, okay? I have weight loss goals. And then for dinner, I'll do a protein. So I'll do fish with a veggie, or I'll do like chicken breast with veggie, something along that line. But now I'm in phase 4 where you can eat solid foods, but I'm still taking it slow. Because my body doesn't feel like it's really ready yet for a lot of things that we're able to eat. And I can see now how people gain weight, because if you don't change your relationship with food, you don't change your diet, you don't change the binge eating, you don't change you not emotionally eating, I can see how people put on the weight. And I've had at least 3 acquaintances get VSG surgery and gain the weight back. So I'm not sure if I said it. I had my surgery May 16, 2022 at New York Presbyterian of Queens. Now, what they don't tell you, honey child, is you're going to be constipated. A lot of people have issues with that. So I'm not sure if this is just for women or men can use this, but I use this, grab this, and I would say start drinking this or taking this when you get out the hospital, so that way you will be prepared for when you make that first stool. So I'm gonna say I had my first bowel movement, sorry to be so graphic, maybe 3 days after surgery. Even if I was only on a liquid diet for 7 days, but you're still going to be backed up because you were eating before that liquid diet. So that's still in you. So I had a bowel movement, but I'm going to say maybe 7 days into me having the surgery, that is when I felt I began to be constipated pretty much, okay? So I also take a multivitamin. So let me tell you, vitamins are not cheap, all right? This right here alone cost me, I think it was like $12. Get this. Get your multivitamin, get your protein, your calcium. You need a calcium. And I also use iron pills sometimes. You're going to need iron pills during your cycle, ladies. I ended up getting my cycle 2 weeks after the surgery. The surgery will bring your cycle on, okay? My cycle had been missing for a month, and because of the surgery, it will bring your cycle on. So prepare for that. It wasn't a heavy cycle, but the cramps were like ridiculous. I don't know if it's because of the surgery, but my cramps were like on 1,000, that I actually ended up taking the 500 milligram Tylenol that they send you home with. I had to take that for my cramps. I had worse menstrual cramps than I did the pain from surgery. Now, I didn't pack any bag for surgery, guys. I really didn't. I didn't pack a bag. I took a book, my phone charger, a change of underwears, and some flushable wipes. I stayed one night in the hospital. Few hours after surgery, I was walking. I was in pain, but I was walking. You're going to be urinating a lot because you're going to be urinating the IV that they're pumping into you. The doctors was looking at me like, you're no joke. I was like, I'm not playing. I was going for walks midnight, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the morning, just walking. You have to walk, you have to urinate, and then they will let you out. I didn't have any issues with recovering, okay? And another thing I will say is, if you can have a support system, have a support system. I hope that all of your spouses, friends, if you told people about your surgery that's coming up, or even after surgery, I hope they're all being supportive. I hope you have no haters around you, nobody trying to discourage you. I hope that you have positive people around you. And that's another thing, have positive people around you. I chose not to tell anyone, really. I told a person who I thought was a friend of mine. I thought she was a close friend. I told my ex-lover, and my friend, she actually had the VSG surgery last year in May 2021. She knew about it. So I only told 3 people. So it was really interesting when you have to do, if you're going to do a clearance, I had to do a 6 months clearance for my insurance to cover my surgery, and you have to speak to a psychologist. So when I was talking to the psychologist and she said, "Who is your support system?" I froze, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my close friend so and so," and she was like, "One person, that's it?" And I like froze. I froze because I realized that I didn't have a support system. My support system was myself and God. And 90% of my family are deceased, and I don't have any best friends, and I'm not in a relationship, and I am not married. But don't let that push you away. Just be your biggest support system. So it's been me and God through this. I chose not to tell people because people were haters. Okay, people were haters. People speak things into the universe. They'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna die during surgery. Oh, you're gonna get loose skin. Oh, you're gonna look ugly." They'll speak instead of giving you affirmations and motivations. People are so cruel, because once you level up and you're starting to become somebody different, and you're not going to be the fat friend anymore, or the unattractive friend to them, that's when the truth comes out. And that happened with me with this one particular friend, who I thought is my friend, or I don't know what I'm going to do with her, really. I haven't spoken to her really since March, but we were on vacation together back in March, and she knew about my surgery, and she said, "Don't lose more weight than me." Excuse you? I said, "Well, my body is an extension of yours, so why are you telling me not to lose more weight than you?" So prepare for that. Be strong emotionally and mentally. And I chose not to broadcast it. I did not put it on social media. I didn't put it on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. I kept it to myself. And if anyone, you know me and you watch this video, do not run around saying Angelique had weight loss surgery. Please Keep it on YouTube. Don't it, guys who you know me, you comment on my TikTok or on my Instagram. Do not write that on Instagram. Do not write that on TikTok. I would like to keep it on YouTube. Okay? Thank you so much. And thank you for those of you who support me. But prepare for that. Another thing you're gonna prepare for is when you lose the weight rapidly, it can affect your gallbladder. So a lot of people who lose a lot of weight in such a small amount of time end up getting gallstones. So prepare yourself. Your doctor is going to give you medication. So I take a pill a day to prevent me from getting gallstones. They don't tell you that in that packet. No, they do not. They do not tell you that. They told me that a week after my surgery and was like, oh, we sent you a prescription to prevent you from getting gallstones. And I'm looking at the doctor like, what are you talking about? So this is a lot, all right? If you're waiting for your clearance, please prepare yourself mentally for it. My Instagram is Metaphysical Goddess and my TikTok is Metaphysical Goddess, the number 7. So if you are a bariatric baddie or king, you can message me and we can share tips about different snacks to take or different protein shakes to take. So yeah, you're gonna have to get used to another thing people don't realize is that a lot of overweight people don't eat as much as people think. So for me, I had horrible eating pattern. So a lot of bigger people, they literally will starve themselves because they don't want to gain that much weight. It's funny how I will go out to dinner with people and they're like, I always thought maybe you ate a lot. You don't really eat much and you don't eat that bad. Like they're ordering like steaks and lobsters and heavy creamed pastas, and I'm sitting there like, oh, let me get the salmon with the broccoli and let me just get a small drink. So a lot of people don't know that, but a lot of big people do not eat unhealthy, or they don't eat a lot because they're thinking in their mind, well, if I just eat one meal a day, I'll be able to at least stay this weight. And that was me. So for me, I used to eat maybe once a day. And with this surgery, you're not going to be able to do that. You have to be able to get on a pattern and understand that, oh no. So you're going to be eating like all day. And this is something that's extremely annoying to me because there's going to be days where you wake up and you're like, I'm tired of eating. Because it's like you wake up, you're going to need to do maybe a protein shake, or you're going to have to make a breakfast, which consists of like maybe avocado or eggs or some type of protein. I am not a breakfast person, so I choose to do a protein shake for breakfast. Then lunch comes around and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do another protein shake, or I'm going to have to eat a light lunch, do some tuna or do some, I don't know, a sandwich or something without the bread. And then when dinner comes along, you're going to have to do another protein, a fiber, and it's constant eating. I am not used to eating 3 meals a day, so prepare your mind and get used to eating 3 meals a day. Finally, I can eat some fruit. I love fruit, and I'm going to definitely incorporate that. Plan ahead and get your glass Tupperware, your plastic Tupperware. And one thing I love about this, my groceries are lasting. Like I went grocery shopping, big grocery shopping a month ago, and I still got groceries like in my freezer. Like I still literally have groceries in my freezer because when you're cooking, one meal used to be just that one meal. Maybe you had leftovers for lunch the next day. I'm finding myself throwing out food because I'm not mentally like there yet. So you'll cook a meal and you will be able to eat off that meal for 3 days, maybe 4 days, going out to eat. So I've only went out to eat once because it was somebody's birthday. And I was like, oh, let me try an alcoholic beverage. And baby, let me tell you something. I'm a person who has a high tolerance for alcohol. All right. Alcoholism runs in my family. I'm not an alcoholic, but I can hold my liquor. I could not finish a small drink, guys. For those of you who live in New York City, we have this restaurant here called Dallas BBQs, and they have a big Texas-sized drink, and then they have the small one. I couldn't finish the small drink, guys. I couldn't. The room was spinning. I got so flustered and hot. My body was like, girl, we're not ready for this. So, yeah, your drinking habits, take it slow, guys. For those of you who are so used to drinking, I don't smoke marijuana. I do smoke hookah, but I don't think I'll be smoking hookah till maybe my birthday in August. Every day is different. Like, every day is so different for me. There's days where I wake up and I'm not hungry, but you have to force yourself to eat, because you will feel that blood sugar level dropping. You would get nauseous. For me, in the morning, I'm usually nauseous. So I like to start off with maybe a glass of water, and then I'll drink my protein shake 30 minutes after. That's another thing. You can't eat and drink at the same time. Some people's able to later on during, after surgery, but you're not supposed to drink 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after. So it's like, that is also going to be hard for me when I start going out to eat again. Where it's like, I may not even drink. I'm just going to go out to eat. You get it? And maybe have wine when I get home, or not at all. Another thing that happens is, because you have to wait that 30 minutes to drink after you eat, sometimes you forget to drink. Like, I forget. They say not to use straws. So I had made a smoothie, even though my doctor told me not to. I had made a smoothie the other day, and I used a straw by accident, and let me tell you, I did get gas in my stomach. I didn't poop it out or anything like that. I didn't fart or burp, but I can literally feel the gas. So be careful with straws. It literally does fill that gas, and for some people, they can use straws, but for me, I gotta stay away from straws. And I love straws. It's such a classy thing to do. I don't like putting my mouth on glasses for some reason, unless it's like in my house. What else? Am I missing anything? You will feel nauseous. I don't know if I said that. You will feel nauseous some days. Take it slow. Don't rush eating. Chew, 20 to 30 times chew. How to know if you're full? You're going to feel it right here. All right. I start to feel it right here, the breastbone, when I'm full. You also will feel that if your body doesn't like, if your stomach doesn't like, or your body does not like certain sauces. So I'm a sauce girl. So the things that you ate before, you may not be able to eat. So barbecue sauce, my body doesn't like anymore. What else? Hot sauce, I love sriracha. My body doesn't like it anymore. So things that you used to eat, you may not be able to eat. So before we had to do the liquid diet, and they made us eat Jello, they made us do applesauce. I want to throw up. I cannot eat that. Pudding, can't eat it. Jello, can't eat it. Applesauce, cannot eat it anymore. It's weird. The things that you used to love, you're not gonna like it anymore. The other day I had shrimp and broccoli from the Chinese store. I didn't like it. I used to be able to eat that almost every other day. I don't like it. It does not taste the same. Your taste buds change. Oh, another thing, your scent is going to increase. I have absolutely no idea why that is. And it's almost like you're going to taste scents more. So you can be walking by somebody's candle and you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And you're gonna feel like you want to throw up. So you're going to be tasting scents in the air. Your scent is different. A lot of people are saying that their farts stink and their stool stinks. That's not me. I don't know what they're eating. I feel hungry. So some people say they never feel hungry. Their stomach doesn't growl. Mine does. Mine started growling like in week 2. Okay, so when I'm hungry, like I'm hungry right now, but I'm gonna wait because I have to step out my house. But I feel when I'm hungry. I know when I'm hungry. And I will say this, those like people who are like late night eaters, try not to eat. Try to drink water or drink your protein shake. If you feel like you want like a midnight snack, don't overeat or eat late at night. But yeah, my stomach growls still. Some people say they have like a gurgling sound. My stomach does not do that. I'm not like pooping everywhere. I'm not smelling any weird scents or anything like that. But I will say this, the things that you ate before, you're not going to like. You're not going to want to put it in your body. Why would you do that? A big devil for me, chicken, rice, pasta, bread. I am not eating bread. I have not ate bread. I haven't ate any pasta. I finally ate some rice, and it's just not the same anymore. And I do eat chicken, but not every day. It's just completely different. Introduce yourself to new veggies. Introduce yourself to new foods, because you're not gonna like the same ones that you did. And get used to smaller portions. I bought a smaller plate so that way it can mentally change your mind. But I think I covered it. I have no regrets about the surgery. I don't give a damn what anybody said. Unfortunately, I did not have any emotional support. Me and God was my only emotional support. But if you can have emotional support, I suggest that you do. Like, I just don't have anybody to really talk to. I have a friend who did the surgery last year, but she's very I don't know, she's not a talker. She doesn't really talk about it. I don't know if she's been big her entire life as well. So I think that her weight is a very sensitive topic, and she doesn't really share any tips or talk about her weight. A lot of people who are overweight, it's a rough journey for them. Everyone's not as confident as I might be as an overweight person who's been big their entire life. And take that into consideration. Like, you literally made a decision to take 70% of your stomach out of your body. Okay, they removed half of an organ out of your body, and that is, for some, that's embarrassing for people. It's not embarrassing for me, but so she doesn't really talk. So I'm getting tips and tricks from people on TikTok and Instagram. I don't have any favorites yet, but TikTok and Instagram, and yeah. Oh, another thing. Something I notice with my body is, like, I've always had very solid thighs, like very solid calves. Like growing up, they'll be like, "Dang, you got some muscle legs." I always had like solid thighs and solid huge calves, and they're not solid anymore. Within just a month, like, my body feels extra squishy. So hopefully I can try to find some foods that can, or exercises that can probably help me get that tightness back in. But yeah, so no, you're gonna feel that even in a month. You're gonna feel your body loosening up. So it's not like I don't have loose skin yet. Let's not say yet. I don't have any loose skin, but it's just the softness, the elasticity in it is already changed in a month, and it does make me nervous. My boobs got a little smaller already in 30 days, and I'm just like, uh-oh. But I do my little affirmations. Some of you don't believe in that, but I do mirror work and affirmations, and I speak the image of how I want my body to shape and mold as I'm losing the weight. I pray that none of you have any stalls. I pray that you all have the seriousness and the dedication and the commitment and the strength to eat better, eat well, but also don't deprive yourself. If you want that glass of wine, that's fine, but just don't drink it every day. You want to try pizza or whatever junk food, fine. I haven't had any dumping syndrome. So dumping syndrome is when you eat something, your body doesn't agree with it, and you go run into the bathroom and it eliminates itself through throwing up or from behind. I haven't experienced that. Thank God I haven't. And I'm just happy. I'm happy. I don't show my body on YouTube. When I feel comfortable, I will post pictures on Instagram. Um, but I see that my waist, there was a dress that I purchased in 2020. It did not fit me in 2020 or 2021, and it fits now. And I think I will be wearing it next week. 4th of July weekend, I think I'm going to wear it. Things fit so much better. And another thing I just realized is that I cover up. Like, I wear a lot of covered up things. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that I still do that. Like, I still cover up. But my goal, I would love to drop 100 pounds. And I believe that I'm going to make it. I see the difference because my chin was bigger than this. My double chin was bigger than this. And my bone, my cheekbones are starting to come out more. I can definitely see, even like underneath here, my bags show more because my cheeks are not as, my face was more like this. So you don't really see it, but now I'm starting to see like my face is starting to slim out. I see a difference, and that's going to happen for a lot of you where you're not going to see the weight loss at all. And I was like in shock when I was like, wait, what? Wait, how much? When I saw the scale, because I felt like I didn't lose any weight since the surgery, but when I went to the doctor and they weighed me, I was like blown away because I didn't see it. But now I'm starting to see it, and I look at like my photos from like a month ago and how much fuller my face was and my waist, and how my belly is not spreading out as much as it was. So yeah, you're gonna feel even better when you just lose 20 pounds. Your body is gonna thank you. I don't have that much energy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't have as much energy as I did before. I am sleeping a lot. That is something I'm gonna say is the downside of this surgery, because you're not intaking enough food, or you're not getting as much nutrients as you was when you were eating a lot of food. So my body is not adjusted to that yet. So I am a sleepyhead. That's definitely something. And I'm gonna have to find some type of herbs, because I'm more on a natural side when it comes to herbs, and then taking or vitamins, so to say. I have to find something, or I have to start taking my sea moss again, to give me that extra boost. There's gonna be days where you're like, yeah, I can't go out, I can't do it, or let me sit down. I need to sit down, because you feel like you have no energy. So that is something that I hope disappears eventually through time. So happy 1 month to you if you are in 1 month, and happy 1 month to me, and wish me the best. And like I was saying, yes, you don't have to tell people about your surgery. I chose not to because I got haters. Unfortunately, I know me with haters, right? It's crazy. People are just, my entire life, people are just not happy for me. And that's the reason why I chose not to tell people or announce it. So please don't be like, hey girl, I'm so happy you had surgery. Do not write that on my Instagram or my TikTok. I will block you. I will still love you, but I will block you. Keep it on YouTube, please. And yeah, my ex-lover, shout out to him. He is my emergency contact still, and he was the one who picked me up after surgery, so shout out to him. That was very sweet of him. He took me to the grocery store. He made sure I was good, and I'm so thankful for him. A lot of times you break up with people romantically and they end up being great friends, and that is something a lot of people are like, why you talk to him still? This is why, because he is good to me, regardless if it didn't work out between him and I romantically. He's very, very good to me. And no, he did not try to have sex with me, okay, guys? But yeah, he was the one who picked me up, and he didn't complain, and he's very supportive. Unfortunately, I told a female friend, and she hasn't even reached out to me to say, hey, did you have your surgery? She does not know I had my surgery, because honestly, the truth is, she doesn't care. You know, she said to me, when we were in Panama back in March on vacation, oh, make sure you don't lose more weight than me. And that let me know exactly how she feels. You know, you have to prepare for that. There's going to be people who they're used to you being the fat friend. First of all, big or not, I'm way better looking than her. Okay, way better looking. But this is how society sets people up. They think that a person who's overweight automatically is unattractive or doesn't deserve love or attention or sex or whatever. Okay, I don't believe in that. I never had a man drought or a love drought, and you know, don't fall into the ignorance of it. And some people only hang out with you because you are overweight and they feel you're not competition. But the gag is, I was always your competition. I was always your competition. All right. Actually, there was no competition because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, keep that confidence, love yourself. And if you got to clean up and get rid of people because they see that you're losing weight, you're in the gym, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're bettering yourself, get rid of them. Get rid of them. I have no problem cutting whoever off, and people are going to show their true colors, all right? But be around positive people, people who are not going to try to sabotage your weight loss. Like, yeah, let's get some donuts. No, they should be bringing you fruit, okay? I'm not going to bring crack to a crackhead. They should be bringing you fruit. You have to look at yourself as, I guess you could say, a recovering food addict. So why are you going to, it's almost the same of a drug addict. Why are you going to hang out with people who is not going to want to eat better options with you, or y'all go places where you could have better options, or to say, should you eat that? You know, but yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching my video, and good luck on your weight loss journey. I do walks. That's another thing. I don't go to the gym. I would be doing at home. I had to wait for 30 days because you can't do lifting and exercise and all that. But I am going to start incorporating more walking into my journey. And I'm going to get some weights. So if anybody wants to donate to me, I will definitely take the donations because I need it. And I want to get some weights and start doing maybe some yoga at home, or find a place where I can go. And yes, when I tell you, them protein shakes are expensive. So prepare yourself. Prepare your fridge and your cabinets before you are going to come home. But don't buy too much, because again, your body may not like certain things. Like now, I loved vanilla and cookies and cream protein shakes, and now it's tastes nasty to me, where I'm only able to drink chocolate or strawberry. So don't buy too much, but be prepared, because it is expensive and I don't know what your budget is, okay? But thank you to those who are supporting me on my journey, and I will be doing more videos on my VSG weight loss surgery journey soon, but not every month, okay? I'm gonna give it maybe every month. Maybe I will. Every 30 days I probably will, or when there is some type of change, or I'll wait until 60 days. 90 days. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions and about things I may have not covered in this video, let me know. Comment below, or follow me on Instagram, Metaphysical Goddess, or on TikTok, Metaphysical Goddess 7, and you can message me. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody. And whether you're getting surgery or not, good luck on your healing journey, and good luck on your health journey. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.